Myrmidons of the righteous judge descend on the mortal in the midst of his pomp. Kabir says, better than an infidel is a swine which keeps the village clean. When he, the wretched materialist, dies, no one even mentions his name. Kabir says, by gathering shell by shell, man garners lakhs and millions, but at the time of departure he gets nothing. Even his loincloth is torn away from him. Kabir says, what does it avail a man to become the follower of Vishnu and wear 4 rosaries? Externally he is gold 12 times purified, within he is stiffed with dust. Kabir says, turn into the clod lying on the way and lay aside your pride. If there be such a slave, him the illustrious Lord meets. Kabir says, what would it avail to be a gravel? It only causes trouble to the wayfarer. O Lord, such ought to be your servant as is the dust of the earth. Kabir says, what then if man has become dust, which flies and then attaches to the limbs? God's slave should be such as is the water which cleanses all the limbs. Kabir says, what then if one becomes like water, it becomes cold and hot? God's servant should be such a God himself is. Should one have flags waving on the top of the lofty mansions, full of gold and damsels, better than these is the bare bread eating which mortal sings the Lord's praises in the saints' congregation. Kabir says, better than a city is the wilderness in which abides the Lord's devotees. The city without the beloved Lord is for me the city of death. Kabir says, the bank of celestial poise is between the Ganges and Yamuna. There Kabir has made his abode, to which the sages and the God slaves seek the way. Kabir says, if man continues to love the God to the end in the same way as he pledged in the beginning, millions